Hello everyone and welcome to the Folio Society reviews. Here I have the Tale of Genji by Murasaki Shikibu, written in the 11th century by the noblewoman Murasaki. But this is not the author's real name, but a descriptive name, since they don't really know who actually wrote this novel, or they at least don't know the name of the author. But the Tale of Genji is considered to be the first ever novel, or the first modern novel. But here we have the slipcase in brown, a paperboard slipcase with branches as a design on one side, but otherwise a very standard slipcase. But here we have the two books, bound in art silk, quarter bound in art silk, with red cloth sides. And this is a 2-volume edition, and you can see volume 1 here and volume 2 by these dots. I'm gonna go through the binding and contents of the first one, and then I'm gonna do a quick showing of the second one, because they are very similar. And since the book contains over 50 illustrations, I will not show all of them, so I'm gonna show 5 from this one and 5 from volume 2. I hope that's fine. But as I said, it's quarter bound in art silk, a gold color with engravings, with the branches, the dots here, and the Tale of Genji, Murasaki Shikibu, and Folio Society down here. And the letters here on the front cover are also engraved, the same with the branches. And I don't know if these branches are from some sort of tree, which is important or relevant to the story, since they do occur throughout the whole book, on the front cover, on the spine, and on the slipcase. But here we have the spine. And the back cover. It's a very good looking book, this one, especially with the top of the page in gold. And now let's continue inside with gold end papers, a very usual end paper for Folio Society books. Tale of Genji. And here we have the first illustration. And these illustrations are from the Genji album, so not original art from the Folio Society. But the book also contains black and white drawings by Neil Gower. But here is the title page with the branches here once again. The Tale of Genji, Murasaki Shikibu, translated and introduced by Royal Tyler, with an introduction to the Tale of Genji album by Annie Rose Kitagawa. And this edition was published in 2016. And this book is set in Warnock Pro with Ellie as display, printed on Abbey Road paper in Germany. And as I said, maps and diagrams redrawn by Neil Gower. And I think they were redrawn from medieval sketches and illustrations and such. But here are the contents. And this is a very big book with 1249 pages. And here is the list of illustrations. And all color illustrations are by Tosa Mitsunobu from Howard Art Museum's Tale of Genji album. And as you can see, there are a lot of illustrations. And then we have the maps and diagrams, some information about the Murasaki, Royal Tyler, the translator, and Annie Rose Kitagawa. And then the introduction begins, and then the introduction to the Tale of Genji album, acknowledgements, and then the book begins. And every chapter, I guess, looks like this. The branches once again. Same with here. And the book has notes. Here is a black and white drawing. and illustrations and more black and white drawings. This book is absolutely filled with these. Very impressive. You can see all of these notes as well. And this is one of the books that I feel like you really travel to another time when you open the book up. Mainly thanks to the way with the illustrations. And especially with these details for every chapter. But let's talk a bit about the text and paper. It's Abbey Woe paper, creamy, not thick at all. But it's over 1,000 pages long, so that's understandable. They still had to use 2 volumes, so I understand that they didn't use thicker paper. But the text is slightly smaller than medium size, and the paper is slightly thinner than usual paper also. And the illustrations are not printed on Abbey Woe paper, but I don't think it's monogatari paper, but it's the usual one they use for their illustrations. It's not photo paper, it's more textured. I don't know if you can pick that up, but much thicker than the paper used for the book. And this volume is 605 pages long. The end papers at the back are gold. And now let's move on to the second volume, which is identical to the first one except from the 2 dots here instead. So the same golden end papers, but another frontispiece. And here it's just translated by Royal Tyler. And here are the contents and the illustrations. And in this volume we get the maps and diagrams, and the chapter pages are the same. So I'm gonna go into 5 illustrations on this edition, and then I'm gonna check out the maps and diagrams. Okay, so we get the first map here with places mentioned in the tale. Pretty useful, I would imagine. And then we got some more maps of the city. A very interesting layout of the city. And here is the inner palace. And these are some really descriptive maps, actually. It's very cool. And then we have the chronology, general glossary, clothing and color, offices and titles, summary of poetic allusions identified in the notes, and the characters in the Tale of Genji. Okay, so there are a lot of characters. Wow. Huh. I bet this book will be somewhat hard to read, I would imagine. So I'm gonna read the pillow book prior to this one, since I guess it's quite similar to the Tale of Genji. Then we have further reading, and the book ends at 1,250 pages. Golden papers at the back. And this edition is of course Smith's own, with a red headband, and the spine is slightly rounded. And the book has no problem whatsoever in opening up. Make sure to get this book while it's on this sale. It's 50% off right now, so this is the best chance to get this book for a good price. And I also want to thank two of my patrons, Mimi and Diana, who support this channel. I'm currently saving up to buy lighting for my videos so I don't have to rely on sunlight like I do now. So thank you so much for your support. But if you have any questions about the Tale of Genji or any other book in my collection, then please leave a comment and I will answer it as quickly as I can. Or I will at least answer the comments on either Sundays, Mondays or Wednesdays. That's when I usually answer my comments, or when I try to at least. But as I said before, check out the Folio Society's summer sale. They also have a limited edition sale right now, which is the first time ever. But for now I have been recording for a bit over a half hour. That's usually how long it takes for bigger books like this, around 30-40 minutes to record, and I need to edit that down to around 10 minutes. So I have a lot of editing to do before I can publish this video. And I know I don't have to make these detailed and extensive videos, but I enjoy it. And I try to make videos that I myself would like to see, and I really like watching stuff as detailed as possible. So that's why. But please check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description, or it's showing right here. Boop. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you all next time. Goodbye.